Damn. Need to take my knife out of my pocket. Testing. Sorry, I forgot I went live. I was still warming up. What's up, homie? What's up, Mark? Damn, that's crazy. What's up, man? That's a song I'm learning called Rosewood. It's so crazy. How's everybody doing today? Y'all doing alright? I'll see you, Olivia. Let's see. Let's go up. Oh, check this out. It's Stratter Day, man. Every day. I love this guitar. I just put it back up in the standard tuning. And this Strat just does like the quintessential Strat thing. This thing is so sick. I bought this for my 30th birthday, and this is just like, this is the Strat that got me into Strats, if that makes sense. But it has some upgrades. I put or the guy I bought it from put Fishman Fluence pickups in it, which are my favorite pickups of all time, and they're just so versatile and they're clean. They're I don't have to worry about the single cycle hum. Another kind of green John Mayer trio. What's your pedal setup? Love the tone. I'm using my Tone Master Pro. I'm running through a what is this? A Super, and I just have a Blues Maker on, which is a Marshall pedal, and I have a Sustain on, which adds a little bit of coloring, and a large hall reverb, and it sounds like this. And I was in position 4, which is my favorite on the Strat. I love the quacky sounds. Oh, look, it'll quack too. Yeah, Johnny, I really like it, man. You know, it's just like, if you, I'll say this, like, it doesn't really matter what gear you get, you know, man. If you learn, like, the fundamentals, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta learn the fundamentals. If you learn the fundamentals, you can give me any piece of gear and I'm gonna sound like me. I'm not chasing gear anymore. I've broken out of that, like, marketing scam. It's like, really, once you get the stuff that you actually need, and you learn it and you master it, saves you so much money, man. What's up, homie? Yeah, my email's still the same. DamianAndyMusic@gmail. It just sounds so good. What should we learn today? I've been working on a lot of Chan stuff lately. A lot of math rock. But I tuned my baby back up to standard. I had it in drop D. Yeah, I had to, man. And also, like, I've been producing a lot of electronic music lately, getting really heavy into electronic music, and it's crazy how far electronic music gear goes versus the price. Like, for example, you can buy one synthesizer for, like, top of the line, let's just say Digitac 2, all right? That device will run you $1,000 brand new. That device will do anything. Anything. Drums, synthesizer, strings, whatever you can sample into it, it'll do. And you can play it as an instrument. Guitar, it's like, by the time you spend $1,000 on just a guitar, you're getting a really solid instrument that you can grow with for a long time. That doesn't include amp. That doesn't include anything else. And the guitar only guitars. The guitar doesn't synthesize, you know? Not yet. It's just so it's so interesting how expensive this instrument is in comparison to others. But at the same time, extremely cheap compared to traditional instruments. Like a violin, to get a really good professional grade violin, you're spending like 4 to 5 thousand minimum. So I don't know, man. Electronic music is it's changing the way I view guitar, and I play a ton of keys lately. Like I put a lot of time in practicing keys. When I wake up, it's the first thing I do in the morning for an hour. But I know that was a whole rant that has nothing to talk about with this, but um, yeah, if you just learn the fundamentals of sound, it really doesn't matter what you get. You know, it really doesn't. You can give me anything, and I'm gonna sound like me on it, and I'm gonna figure out how to sound good on it. And yeah, learning how to like produce music has been the biggest game changer in my life because it's just like, man, it's so easy to get lost in buying pedals. It's so easy. It's so much easier to say like, man, I'm gonna buy. Oh, Johnny, I just got your email. But I'm gonna buy this pedal and that's gonna change my game. And then you get that pedal, and then it's like, well, you know, another pedal just dropped. Or like, the biggest thing I have been a victim of is like, wow, I got all these guitars, but I need another one, you know. And I'm finally at a place in my collection where I've kind of cured my gas. I have found the magical cure for gas, but yeah, I'll check it out, man. I just saw your email come through. Yeah, they really are. What kind of music do you produce? I started off producing a lot of like orchestral stuff and learning. Like I've studied a lot of what's his name? Lord of the Rings. Why can't I think of his name? Not Howard Scholl. Damn. I have studied a lot of Jeremy Soule too from Skyrim. Why can't I think of his name? Anyways, it's just morning time, I guess. But your victim got 2 pedals last week. And I also produced a lot of neo soul slash like chill lo-fi. I love chill lo-fi. And right now I'm studying house music, so think like chill electronic stuff. So guys I'm studying are Tonic Walter, Lane 8, Tycho, a lot of Tycho. I really enjoy Tycho. Tycho's a good example of a guitar player who experiments with different genres. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm getting ready to try my hand at sync licensing again too, building up a portfolio and consistently writing. Yeah, I got it hooked up. Let's see. Oh, it's acting as a MIDI controller for Ableton. I've got an Ableton session pulled up. I was that's a pad I'm working on. Oh, now it's not gonna do it. Check out this pad. It's so nasty. Yeah, and then this is the piano that I write with a ton. Check this out. Are we up an octave? Yeah, we are. I'm writing something that goes like this right now. Where's my I don't have my sustain pedal out. Something like that. Yeah. This is what I do all day. Just writing music. Oh, where'd that go? That's not a fake one, man. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I love writing music. I come up with cool stuff all the time, or things I think are cool all the time. Synthesizers, man. Synthesizers are like my final frontier. I've been studying a lot of subtractive synthesis. These live streams are like my break from work. My algorithm's working. Let's find my people. Let me pull it up. Yeah, man, finding my homies on here. I've got the songs I've got pulled up are Rosewood, Bubble Dream, Potion. What's the other one I've been working on? I can pretty much play Puddle. Is it Puddle? Yeah, Puddle. And then I was working on another one too. Is it Fluffy? I think it's Fluffy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still learning it. Yeah, man. That's how Chan is what I use to practice. This is what I use to boost my guitar chops. And I usually play on the Eric. I bought Eric's guitar. I got it at a local shop for like $700. But this is my baby. I bought this when I turned 30, and I've had it in drop D, and I decided I was like, man, I don't play it enough. I need to put it back in standard. Is the Strat your definitive tone? I don't know. It's kind of changing. The older I get, the more I prefer single coils. I would say probably a Telecaster is me, but I'm with this Chon stuff. I need to be able to use a tremolo arm to. You'll hear it in this song. Well, not in Bubble Dream, but when I play Rosewood, you'll hear me do something where it goes like, and you have to have a tremolo arm to get that sound. All right. Bubble Dream. I'm learning it. I don't have the N, so we'll have to work on it. No, this is made in America. This is an American Ultra Lux, and then it has Fishman Fluence pickups in it with the battery pack. Yeah, see, I'm the opposite. Usually a Les Paul has been my number one, my kind of voice, and then I fell in love with the Tele, and then the Tele was my gateway drug to the Strat, and I really love the way a Strat sounds, but I love the versatility of a Tele. Oh yeah, man. It's a Sienna Burst. And I'll have to show you my Teles too. One of my friends bought me a custom shop Telecaster. Crazy. It's like my dream guitar. But it's hard to play Chon on it. Anyways, check this out. This last part. something like that. It's getting there, man. It's coming along. All this Chon stuff is like really crazy. Oh, nice. Yeah, I played a lot of Mayor. What else did I play by John Mayer? I don't know what that means, homie. Do you see the CEO of Rode Microphone owns Kurt Cobain's guitar from MT? No, I didn't. That's cool. It's crazy how Nirvana's having like a resurgence in popularity. Let's see. This is Potion. I don't think so. I wouldn't say the most popular, but yeah, that's cool. I mean, I like Rode. They make really good microphones. This is the N21A, and it's really good. I use it for, I mean, obviously vocals for live streaming, and then I also use it for miking my acoustic guitar. Yeah, dude. But I'll tell you this: if you want to get the most out of your pentatonic scale, choose like 2 chords. All right, so let's just say that you're rocking on A minor pentatonic. Stop, Austin. All right. So what we need to do is find some chords in C major. So you've got C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G dominant if you're playing the 7th, A minor, B diminished, and C. So what we can do is we can choose some chords from that and be like, let's figure out a chord progression. We'll keep it simple. We'll go D minor to G to C. I'm just making this fancy, but look, you could even do just plain old D minor, not adding the 7th. And then we can go just to G major to C. Alright, or you can do it here. And here. Alright, so we can go something like and just keep it simple. Try not when you're learning how to use something you're learning. Don't try to go over the top with it. Just keep yourself to like 4 or 5 notes. So. I'm just making it up. What's up, Serge? We're just talking guitar stuff. What's his face? Haha is stuck in just noodling over the pentatonic and was curious how to cool. How to get more out of the pentatonic. And that's how I would do it, is I would just choose 3 chords and noodle in that scale, connecting them. Like, something like... But that's how I songwrite. Like, I try to keep things simple. What's up, Max? But I try to keep things simple. Like, I come up with, no, man, you're great. You're crushing it. But I always try to keep things simple, then slowly add complexity. Like, for example, when I was doing this D, I really liked how this sound, and that led really well to the G, right? So I would maybe continue that idea. So. We can even do octaves. You just got to play with it and massage it in a bunch of different ways. And I always think about, like, what are the things that, what leaks do you use live? I don't know what a leak is. How do you do the embellishments? I always have trouble with those. Yeah. Good question. Think about, like, what makes a guitar unique. Like, I can't really do this on a piano. Also, the way that we do glissandos, it's really hard to do on any other instrument. Like, our slides, it's really a glissando. So what I would do is just choose 4 notes from your pentatonic. So if you're here, so we won't use the tonic, which is C. We'll go G, E, we'll do this. So that's 6 or 8, 5, 7, 5. All right. So now if we do those chords again. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would, how I would try to do it, is thinking about when an Aquaman play guitar, I'll take it. But that's how I would approach it, and just think about what makes things guitar, if that makes sense. You also got, if you have a tremolo arm, I could go. There's all different ways of doing it. And then really a good frame of reference. No, I don't play harmonica. And lately I don't really play live. I just work in the studio. I mostly compose music, and then I own a company where I teach other guitar players. So if I'm not working with them or writing music, then I'm live streaming. Um, what was I gonna say? I forgot what we were talking about. Embellishments. Yeah, I kind of forgot what I was talking about. It took me off rail there. Licks. I'll say this, Max. I don't think about licks. Like, when I was playing live, I'm not a guy who's like, yeah, I'm gonna take these licks and then I'm gonna take them out. I just always try to play with intention and feel. So I love improvisation. You're always gonna hear me improvise. I don't really like to stick to like a standard, like, oh yeah, this is my lick. I like to do more freeform stuff. So, yeah, and I mean, also, haha, I don't know what your name is, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I would just say make sure you know your pentatonics up and down the fretboard. Like, understand when you're here, yeah, you got this classic shape. And then when you're here, you have this shape. Oh, I kind of botched that, but you get the idea. Then when you're here, you can really do a lot here. And then up here. I'm not really playing pentatonic, but it gives you the idea. Because you can use... The cool thing is that if you understand your major scale really well, it can unlock the fretboard for you. So in any major scale, your 4 and your 5. So in the case of C major, your 4th scale degree is F. F's relative minor is D. D minor fits over C major, depending on what you're playing. So if you start on the 10th fret and you do the pentatonic scale, all those notes are technically legal in the key of C major. Same thing with the 5th, which in C is G. It's dominant, so we just can't play an F sharp. F sharp. So you can do E minor pentatonic, and it works in C, depending on the chord progression. I would just, when you're doing the pentatonic, there's 2 notes you should consider substituting, and that is the B. You want to really play the C, so it would sound like this. You've heard that before. That's just Eric Clapton. Yeah, hopefully that helps, man. And really, just knowing your fretboard. Knowing your fretboard is so good. Oh, let's see. Let me pull up a backing track and I'll just kind of talk through my thoughts. I'll play A minor. Everybody knows A minor. Yeah, I mean, I think the guitar is very limiting in terms of like... Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say it. I think guitar is very limiting, but because guitar only does guitar, but you can do a ton with guitar. So I don't want to say that it's like a bass, where a bass is only doing really 1 or 2 things. What's up, homie? Hope you're doing well, John. You got to think about it in the context of songwriting. It all depends on the genre that you're writing. People like Polyphia and Sean have kind of pushed guitar in a new direction, in my opinion, especially Polyphia, what they're doing lately, doing the blend of like trap and hip hop with instrumental rock. But for me, this is a mid-range instrument. So keeping that in mind, that means it's mostly going to play melody and top in harmony. So I like to vamp up here. Sometimes I'll come down here. I guess it just depends on the song I'm writing and the style. Again, genre is king. You really need to know what genre you're writing for and play to that instead of fighting it. Like if I'm going to do R&B, learning how to take different chord progressions and pulling them and stretching them apart. Like this is kind of my favorite one I've been writing with lately. So the chords are just like this really cool D major 9, C sharp, dominant, F sharp minor 9, to this, what is this? A over G. And then, you can just walk it up diatonically to continue it. Oh shit, let's do tritone substitution. Yeah, I mean, there's so much you can do with guitar. I think like one of the coolest things for guitar is the voicing. Like the way that we voice chords is unlike any other instrument. And like if you learn how to play to that, it really opens you up. Like for example, one of the first things that I learned was like drop voicings. Drop voicings take a chord. We'll take like D major. Most of the time people know D is this. Check this out. This is also D. You could also get this sound. And just learning how to use that, you could boom, boom. What else could we do? There's just so many different ways of stretching a chord on guitar. And I feel like that progress, like, it can either motivate you or it can completely demoralize you. Because there's a ton to learn. There's a ton to learn on this instrument. And it's like every time I feel like I've got a grasp on it, I learn something new. So for the guy who said that all of his improv sounds the same, learn new things. And when you learn something new, don't just be like this. Like I used to be a victim of this. Let's just say we take, I don't know, this arpeggio pattern. If you just take that arpeggio pattern and all you do is you put on a metronome and you go, that's cool, but there's no musical context to that. So what you need to learn is like, if you learn the major of something, learn the minor of it. So that way you can do something like this, like, and then you can come up. Now, if we've got two of those things, we can take those shapes and we can be a little bit more musical with it, like. And I don't know if that makes sense. I hope that helps. Sounds like an advertising sound, like a jingle. Oh, let's see. What are some music theory study errors you see people making? I've done patterns without musical context and chord structures without the theory, but I just couldn't get it to how to apply it. Then I forget it. Yeah, that's actually a really great question. I would say when I'm teaching students, the thing that I learn is, or the common mistake that kind of threads them all together is they try to learn too much at one time before they master the basics. And they expect guitar to be like a video game versus a tool of expression. Like one thing I notice, especially with younger guitar players, is that they're used to video games where it's like, I do this, this, and this, and then I get this level and I up level. And then guitar isn't so linear. And the other thing I notice, and I'll circle back around to the fundamentals. The other thing I notice is that guitar has taught me how to learn things really, really fast and really efficiently. When you're learning something hard like guitar, where there's so many variables that go into it, there's going to come a peak in your learning where you plateau. The problem is that most people don't ride that plateau before that plateau goes whoop. Most people will take that plateau and then allow that plateau to drop off, and then it's like a cliff all the way to the bottom before they have to reclimb. So anytime you're hitting a plateau, know that means that your brain is working through something, and keep pushing, because you never know when all of a sudden it starts doing an incline. That's probably the number one thing, is like the mental game of music, because it's a mental game, man. Like, it takes a long time to play. If you like the way that I play, great. I have spent a shit ton of time in this seat practicing, all right? And there's no substitute for practice. The difference is that I enjoy practicing to a fault, honestly. I prefer practicing. Like, I just really love the thrill of this instrument more so than like the flashy side of this is just showing off, if that makes sense. That's like my fault as a player. But I lean into that. That's why now I mostly songwrite. I would say the other thing, though, what I was talking about of trying to take on too much at once, is that if you're studying music theory, pick one scale and stick to it for like 6 months. Okay? So if, for example, if you're a guitar player and you're learning music theory and you're not playing in a band, even if you are playing in a band, I would recommend that for your individual studies, stay in one key. Stay in C major, and stay in C major until you know all the notes on the fretboard and you can recall them easily in C. So if I say, hey, play an F, you should be able to go, oh, F. F, oh. You know? You should have like instant recall of that note all the way up and down the fretboard. And then I should say, hey, play C major starting on the 8th fret of E. You should be able to go. You know, you should be able to play it in every position there. And when you start understanding the fretboard at that level, anything else is easy on top of that. You know, I truly believe it. And like, say, you study your scales, you're learning C major, and at first, like, that's a huge assignment I just gave you. So break it up, chunk it. Say, today, I'm only going to learn C major on the A string. Okay, so when you sit down for 15 minutes, go, okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and just do that. Practice that, and then do instant recall. So say, okay, I'm going to go C, B, G, F. All right, where is that on the fretboard? C, B, G, F. And do that only in one day. And then the next morning when you wake up, practice it. Make sure you still got it. You didn't forget it. And then commit to the D string. Say, okay, today I'm only going to learn C major on the D string. So now you got to go D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. Then once you get those two strings, learn how to go. And then and then you just chunk it together. And I would just say that, like, as you're doing that, give yourself small victories. Don't try to say, I'm going to learn the entire fretboard today. No, man, that's too much. You're going to stress yourself out, and you're never going to hit your goals. If you can make it a daily habit of doing one small goal a day, at the end of the week, that's 7 small goals that you've accomplished in 1 week. That's like way more progress than the average person makes, because they don't understand how to learn. So I would just say, like, yeah, I guess that's kind of the gist of it all, is learn how you learn and then play to that. Like, I learn best by chunking. And when I get to a part where I'm frustrated and I feel like I can't do anything, I'll put the guitar aside and I go do something else. And then, like, sure as hell not, when I come back, it's like I got it. Like, an example of that is like this piano piece I'm working on. I use an application called Melodics. And I'm going through a dexterity course, and I was frustrated this morning. I got really dang close to getting it, but I couldn't quite get it, so I'm taking a break. And I'm sure this afternoon, when I pull it back up to do another practice session, it'll happen. Because this brain, the way that the brain learns is it has an active part of learning and then a diffuse part of learning. And you've all seen this. How many times have you been working on a math problem, you can't solve it, you get up, you go play video games, go for a walk, do something completely random. You come back, next thing you know, you can solve the math problem and it took you a minute. That's the power of diffuse thinking. The problem is like we understand that in a school setting. We don't understand how to apply that to other stuff. The same thing applies to guitar. If I can't play a song, like for example, I've been learning a lot of Chan. Chan takes me so long to learn because I don't stress myself out and try to get all in one day because this is a very technical piece of music. So I chunk it. Every day I work on it. I just do a little bit. I play through it a couple of times. I work on the parts that I can't play, and then I stop practicing. I don't know, man. That's kind of like, you got me on my high horse, but I just think that that is key. Yeah, hopefully that helps. Triads. You know, and there's so much to learn, like triads, because it just all starts with the major scale. Stay with the major scale for a long time. If your goal is to master this thing, major scale. Now, if you're just trying to play Metallica songs, then just practice Metallica songs. But if you really want to know the guitar and like understand the fretboard and be able to write and improvise freely, like I can sit here and I can play all day long and not play the same thing twice because I know my fretboard. I know chords. I know inversions. I know triads. I know extended chords. Because I've done the work, you know, and I still have so much more work. So I don't want you to think that like you get to a place where you just kind of arrived. It's just like I'm at a place now where it's fun and I get to create what I'm learning, if that makes sense. It's like, wow, today I want to write something that's Dorian using only sus chords. Okay, that's kind of difficult because sus chords tend to be like independent flavoring, but I could do something like, I don't know. That's a little too major sounding, so we could do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can literally just come up with an idea and say, like, I wonder what it sounds like if that happens. And the only way I've gotten there is by how I just told you. It's just taking me some time. But I've only really been playing guitar like this for 4 years. So where am I going to be in 10 years? I don't know, man. Hit me up then. I'm sure I'll have a completely different approach. But that's what I've been doing. That's what's been working for me. That's a cool sound. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what. Oh my God, you're right. Dang, you're so right. That's exactly what that is. Yeah, dude, get off the gear train. Go master what you have. That's a lesson I have to tell myself. All right, let's work on another song. I gotta get off here soon and get back to work. I'm working on the thing that I'm doing right now that's pushing me is learning a completely different way of writing music. So I'm producing house music right now. And house music is making me grow because it's like, I don't know, programming drums and everything else. What's up, Boston? This is Boston Boy Dog. Boston, you puppy dog. You big for nothing. 80 pounds of just love. And farts. This boy will gas you out. Huh, Boston? You got bad farts. Yeah, you do. You okay? What are you doing? You want to say what's up? Come up here. Up, up. Up, up. Come say hello. Come on. You coming up? Or no? You coming or what? Up, up. Up, up. You don't want to? Okay. Let me get a kiss. Alright. Let me play now, okay? You want me to pick you? Alright, I'll pick you. He likes to be picked. This is his favorite. I think he's telling me I've been talking too much. I need to play more. Is that what you're saying? You saying I'm talking too much? Alright. You gonna let me play now? Go lay down. Go lay down. Sweet dog, man. Super sweet dog. Yeah, this is Puddle by Sean. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, dude, that's a song I've been working on for a while. That's crazy. I got it up to speed. Crazy. Outrageous. Slow. Go slow, like, if you're talking about this part. Because you gotta, it's a game where you've got to be able to do left hand, bump, 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 bump. I guess it's really rhythm, man. One thing I've been doing a lot that helps with that is using my SP404 and doing a lot of finger drumming and also playing a lot of piano because it's building that muscle memory of like, yes, you have to have good timing for this to sound good, right? Because I feel like when you get on a guitar, it's easy for us to fumble, if that makes sense, and pretend like that's good technique when we all know it's not. So slow it down and really focus on putting that stuff together, like. Yeah, just practicing it. And palm placement. Realizing that where you place your palm changes the sound of the muted string. So you got to see where it sounds good for you. Man, you can hear that slapback. Thanks, man. Bro, what is all that? Yeah, man. I love Stevie Ray Vaughan. He's just really fucking good. um, I used to study a ton of him, like Riviera Paradise, Voodoo Child, Little Wing used to make me cry. Yeah, that was the first Stevie Ray Vaughan song I studied that taught me how to play from the heart. Stevie is, you'll hear a lot of his playing style in my own playing. I'm very like blues inspired. That's kind of where I got started, was playing blues. I mean, I'm from Mississippi, man. In Biloxi, you hear blues everywhere, you know? Delta blues a lot. And then I lived in Louisiana for a bit, listened to a lot of Creole music, so stuff like Zydeco. And then obviously country is huge. And here in South Carolina, I've played with some country artists, so I learned a little bit of country. And then I played a shit ton of metal, a ton of metal. And now I'm kind of doing more like math rocky stuff and neo soul. Like I love Daryl Hall. Was it Hall and Oates? I don't know how it goes. I just played a ton of Metallica. There's actually a song I want to practice before I get going. I'm gonna do one run of some Dream Theater. All right, this will be the last song I play, and then I gotta get some stuff done. This is a song I say I'm learning. I haven't really been practicing lately. That's okay. Dude, this is crazy. This shit's so much fun to play. Yeah, I can play country. Yeah. Yeehaw! Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets harder than your mama's coochie. All right, hey y'all, thanks for hanging out with me this morning. That's crazy. That's a Dark Eternal Night by Dream Theater. I'm gonna get off here. I got stuff to do. Appreciate y'all hanging out.